Hey guys, Larry here, and today I've got Nikon's D5100 digital SLR. Amateur enthusiasts are really going to love this camera, but I think pro photographers are going to find the D5100 to be a great option for a backup camera as well. The D5100 is a compact DSLR that features Nikon's 16.2 megapixel DX format CMOS sensor. Coupled with that is Nikon's X-Speed 2 image processing engine. The camera has a 100 to 6400 ISO range and has an expanded setting for ISO all the way up to 25,600, which is really great for low light shooting. The D5100 shoots at 4 frames per second and has RAW capture as well as RAW plus JPEG. One other thing to note is that you can process the RAW images in camera after you shoot them. You just pick your settings and make the adjustments, and then it exports a copy of that file as a JPEG. One other feature that we're seeing a lot more of in DSLRs is the articulated LCD screen. The D5100 has a 3-inch 920,000 dot articulating live view LCD monitor for still and movie shooting, making shooting in tight and awkward places really simple. The vari-angle LCD monitor opens horizontally up to 180 degrees. Then it flips up and down from 180 to -90 degrees. The D5100's optical viewfinder has a 95% frame coverage area for still photography and super clear shooting. Now, I want to point out that there are 2 information buttons on this camera that do slightly different things. The top information button, called the information button, lets you see but not change your camera settings on the LCD. But if you're in live view mode, it toggles on a grid overlay or picture info superimposed on the live view image, or just the simple live view image itself with the focus area highlighted. The back info button, they call this the information edit button, allows you to make changes to the settings whether or not you're in live view mode. So if you're in live view, it toggles back and forth to the settings or the live view. If live view is turned off, it toggles between displaying all your settings or taking you to the screen where you can make changes. I know it sounds a bit complicated, but once you tinker with it a little bit, you'll get used to it. The other thing that I'm used to is poking around in menus to find things like release mode so that I can go from snapping just one shot at a time to 4 frames a second burst mode. Or maybe I want to change my ISO setting or the white balance. The information edit button gives you a one-screen access to icons that just make sense, so you can find and change those little settings much more quickly. The D5100 has full auto, plus a full range of manual exposure modes and 16 automatic exposure scene modes, like beach and snow, sunset, dusk and dawn, pet, and candlelight. One of the things that really stood out to me is how nicely laid out the camera is. If you want to scroll through the scene or special effects modes, you can easily do so by moving the command dial to scene or special effects, and then using the smaller control wheel, you can easily scroll through all of the scene modes and effects. The D5100 has quite a few built-in creative effects, including selective color, high key, low key, night vision, color sketch, and miniature mode, and that kind of simulates a tilt-shift lens. These same effects can even be used in movie mode by simply pressing the movie record button. Another really cool feature is the D5100's instant in-camera post-processing capabilities. This feature has numerous editing functions, including resize and filter effects like skylight, warm filter, and cross screen. It's also got a quick retouch, edit movie, and additional features like distortion control, fisheye, and color retouch. So if you want to retouch, you can do it all in your camera without ever having to go to post-processing software. The camera also offers HDR mode, which stands for high dynamic range. This mode tames high contrast situations by automatically capturing 2 exposures of the same scene and then combining them for greatly improved contrast and low noise. You can do it handheld, but you'll probably want to use a tripod or put the camera on a hard surface for best results. And in-camera HDR mode is generally going to be a one-time thing, since you do need to select it again via menus each time you use it. Then again, if you're really into in-camera HDR, you could always set the function button to be your HDR button so that when you press it, you're automatically in in-camera HDR mode. The D5100 has full HD 1080p movie recording at 30 frames, 25 frames, or 24 frames per second with mono sound. and full-time autofocus. Whatever scene mode or creative mode you're in for still photography, you can also use it for video. There's no need to change modes in between shooting video and stills. If you're in color sketch mode for photography, all you have to do is hit the record button, and now you're recording color sketch mode in video. In-camera movie editing is also included, and if you want to upgrade your sound to stereo, an optional Nikon ME1 microphone is available. There's a built-in pop-up ITTL flash and a hot shoe if you want to add an external flash, and the D5100 is fully compatible with all the Nikkor AFS system lenses and ITTL flashes. When you're finished shooting, you can view your stills or videos on a computer or HD TV using the HDMI and USB ports, and everything saves to SDHC and SDXC memory cards. The Nikon D5100 is available as a kit with this 18 to 55mm vibration reduction standard zoom lens, or you can buy it as a body only. The Nikon D5100 is a really simple to use DSLR. Enthusiasts and pros will both appreciate the simplicity and versatility as well as the power of this camera. With easy to recognize icons and menus that help keep track of what settings you've made, navigating in and out of this camera makes photography truly enjoyable. With the Nikon D5100, I'm Larry Becker. Thanks for watching.
For more information, please visit us online, give us a call, or stop by our New York City Superstore. You can also connect with us on the web.